just got on the road, can no longer converse with the Redditors that I have been talking to today. So I figured I would make a little video about this discussion. So it started out with this morning. I posted up something in somebody's post in Facebook Reddit group that I had a similar problem to them recently, which was that the ads performance sucks. Because from May 15th till last week sometimes, my ad performance sucked. He said, or she said, I don't know, I'm going to use the word he just because it's easier, or they, I could say they, yeah. So they said that they're spending $1.5 million. I don't know if that was a week, a month, or a year. Later on, from looking at another of their posts, I did figure out that they are saying $1.5 million a year. Judging from what they're doing, I would say they're more likely spending $1 million to $1.2 million. So anyway, getting to the point. So the discussion went like this. I said, hey, listen, I had a similar problem. I had my ad account audited by a guy named Marin. He charges $1,000 for an audit. Why did I say that? If this guy said, this person said, I'm having trouble with Facebook ads and I'm spending $50 a day, trust me, I wouldn't be directing them to Marin. They're spending $1.5 million. $1,000 is nothing when you're spending $1.5 million on Facebook ads. The quickest way for them to get relief would be to get somebody like Marin, and there's a lot of Marins out there, he's not the only one, but get somebody like him to audit your account and move on those solutions that he would offer. So next what happened was, some dude comes in and says, this sounds like an ad, you're a scammer or something like that, whatever he said. Okay, dude, I get it. You're on Shopify, you've been burned a bunch of times, you're not that good at discerning probably what is a scam and what isn't a scam. I mean, I'll be honest with you, you're not that good at it because you called me a scammer. It's not that hard to figure out if I'm a scammer because I have profile links posted in my profile. And there's I think there's 5 links. One says link to the site. That's the site I work on that went from 0 to 40 million in less than 4 years. And this year we'll probably do close to 40 million. So that's one link. Second link is my LinkedIn. Shows I worked for a bunch of stores in the past. And some of those stores I was a part owner in. Not the store I work for now, my wife owns that one. But some of those stores I had a piece of. I don't usually work for anybody else. Like for instance, right now I'm working for my wife's store. I don't work for any other stores. Considering working for a store, but that's another story. I don't have enough time to take on your account. I did not volunteer to audit your account. I did not say, here, come to my site and pay money, I will audit your account, because I have no interest in it. I don't have the time. I have a lot going on. But I like to be helpful to other people. Why? Because when I was starting out on Reddit Facebook ads and Reddit e-commerce and Reddit Google ads and all those things, people were helpful to me. Nicholas Larson, for instance, you'll probably see him on Reddit if you're in there a lot, is a very helpful guy. So what I went in there to do was basically just say, hey, listen, man, if you're spending $1.5 million in whatever time frame, you probably want to get an audit, and this guy Marin is good. But I also mentioned he has a YouTube channel. So at that point, you don't have to wonder if I'm wrong or right. You could find out for yourself. You go to Marin's YouTube channel and you start watching it. If you're spending $1.5 million, it's worth putting time and effort into vetting suggestions from other people. I can assure you this. I would bet nobody's going to come into that Reddit and solve your problem today. You know why? Because they don't have your ad account opened up on their computer looking at it. So they can't offer you actionable steps to fix your ad account. That's just reality, my friend. If you're in Reddit and you're spending $1.5 million a year asking questions, I have news for you. You're in the wrong fucking place. You should, at your fingertips, have 5 or 10 people who are much more experienced than you to ask the questions, what is going on with my Facebook ad account? If you're going to Reddit and you're spending $1.5 million a year on Facebook ads, you are doing it wrong. You should have those people at your fingertips already, man. You're wasting money. Go out, Get a list of people who are media buyers, start following them on social media, or if you don't like social media, start conversing with them monthly, kind of like if you owned a company in a certain industry, you would look for professionals to advise you, like a CPA. There is going to be a point, folks, when your company gets to running certain things that you have to outsource to a professional. If you're spending $1.5 million a year on ads, you are getting close to that point. And I would gather around you a group of people, even if it's just other owners who are spending $1.5 million a year, who you can bounce things off of. I have a friend, his name is Patrick. His store and my store is similar. We both started out around the same time. The funny thing is both of us run stores for our wives. When I get into the woods, I hit up Patrick and say to him, hey Patrick, what do you think? I do not go to Reddit Facebook ads. Do you know why? Because 9/10 of the people there don't know what they're doing. I did go there when I was spending $50 a day and asked for help, and they were helpful. But once your account gets to a certain number, those people are not going to be able to help you. You need to get in owners groups. Look up the 9 operators, for instance. Look up W6 Ecom Group. Look up Foxwell Founders. Look up E-commerce Fuel. Many of these groups are paid. You have to pay $300 or $400 a month to belong to them. That's just life. If you don't want to pay the dues, go to Reddit Facebook ads and complain about how bad life is. The end of this story, folks, is that you guys have to do shit for yourselves. You can't just go to Reddit Facebook ads and complain and hope for fucking somebody waves their magic wand and fixes your Facebook ads account. It's not going to happen. You got to do the work. I would say I probably have 15, maybe 20 buyers just in Facebook that if my shit gets fucked up, I am going to go to those 15 or 20 people one at a time. I'm going to talk to them. I'm going to say, hey, what do you think? I might have to pay some of them, unfortunately. Their fucking time is worth my money. That's the way it works. There is no such thing as free advice when you're making money off of it. That's bullshit. So yeah, the people I refer you to, they are looking to make money off of you. That's life. Welcome to capitalism. If you want to save money, spend it on professionals. It's mind-boggling to deal with you people, to just hear your responses to shit. Somebody said to me in a Reddit just like a few minutes ago, right before I got on the road, I opened up Reddit and it said, you put no actionable steps in there. Hey man, did you see on my profile, free actionable advice daily? It does not say that on my profile. I will go there and give you some advice. Trust me, I like to give advice to people, but actionable tips are very difficult. Do you know why? Because I'm not in your ad account. I don't even know what you're selling. How am I going to give you actionable advice? I will give you actionable mindset advice. Don't think everybody's a scammer. Trust but verify is how you do these things. Be an optimist as opposed to a pessimist. But there is going to be a day or a time when you are pressing a button to send money to somebody. Do some things before you do it. Do that work. Make a list. I kind of have a little routine. It's not written down anywhere because I'm the one who does it, but here's what I do with new people. I'll lay it out for you. Somebody approaches me, say in a DM or an email or a comment on a post in social media about having a service that they can provide to me or the company I work for that will make us money. This is a very common interaction. Sometimes it happens on television. When my wife's watching television, I will see an ad for digital marketing stuff because I'm being targeted by those digital marketing companies who are using the algorithm to find somebody like me who's making decisions on e-commerce. So I will get an inbound kind of advertisement or an inbound comment or email or DM that says, hey, I do this service. My first response to these people is not, if I'm in a good headspace, you're a scammer, leave me alone. I try to maintain the idea that every interaction with other people could be a positive interaction. And it could be positive financially. That's how these things work. So I try to keep the mindset, but trust me, I'm not always good at it either. Sometimes I'm in the wrong headspace, and I get it. Sometimes I react poorly as well. Sometimes people, maybe their approach gets me off. Maybe my approach got you off. Understandable. But that might limit your potential to make money. So getting back to the process, here's the process. I reply back to that person usually with, what is it that you do? And then they tell me what they do. And then I usually let them know at that point, I don't make decisions on these things normally in the day of. There is usually with me a process to get to the point where we work together. And I don't normally need things on a right now basis. I try to plan shit out. It does happen. Occasionally I will be like, man, I need to fix this and I need to fix it now. And somebody had just popped up out of the woodwork with a solution, a SaaS product, a service, a skill that I am in need of at that point. And then, depending on that need, you might need it. Algorithm resets, for instance, in the summer of 2021, all of a sudden I needed help with Facebook ads. I wasn't doing that well with it, so I started looking around talking to people. So that's one of those situations. But I learned the lesson there, and now I keep a spreadsheet of people who are skilled at certain tasks, like Facebook ads. I made a website about it, actually. It's called dtcmkg.com, so that I could keep a list of those people. And to further my own interests, I actually made that list, and I asked people, if you go to my list and use it, feedback how the people there are, because sometimes people get better or worse at a skill. So you'll find a lot of people on that I've worked with that I respect, but you'll find a couple of people on there that I haven't used, and I'm waiting to find out how they are. So just keep in mind that not everybody on my website is somebody I've used. A lot of them I have used, but there are some who I haven't. Anyway, getting back to the main point. So I keep these lists of people, and then what happens is over time I vet them. And the thing that you're going to notice with scammers is, as you vet scammers, they kind of fall out usually. They usually have a very abrupt timeline. They don't have time to invest in relationships because they're trying to scam people. So they're trying to, like, right now I need this money. Right now I want you to press the send button to me money-wise. Those are the scammers. It's easy to tell where they are. So what I'm saying to you folks is this. Develop a system for vetting people that will tell you if somebody's a scammer. You are not going to be able to tell if somebody's a scammer from the first interaction most of the time. But it's not going to be helpful to you as a business owner to accuse everybody out of the gate as being a scammer. Why? Because you're going to piss people off. Yeah, you pissed me off, dude. I'm like sitting there like, let me try to help this guy with some information that made me about not made me, but made the store that I work for about $50,000 or $60,000 of revenues in a single week this week. Yeah, the audit I did with Marin changed the trajectory of my Facebook ads account in a single week from making around 1.10 NC ROAS to 2+ ROAS, like 210 or 220. I don't know where it is exactly, but it's in that neighborhood. So almost doubled my NC ROAS. I'm not talking about ROAS. I'm talking about NC ROAS, new customer ROAS. Very important number. He also improved the ROAS in my account, but I don't really look at ROAS, so I can't tell you what the number is. The point is here is that I took my experience where I bit the bullet, spent $1,000 and found out it was a valuable service, and passed it along for free to this dude, and his response is, you're a fucking scammer, man. So fucking easy to see you scammers out there. Dude, why don't you investigate a little bit? I have a profile, man. Like I said, go to the links. Look at my LinkedIn. Look at my Twitter. Look at the website link. Look at the website I work on link. Look at these things. Then make your decision. Or wait. You could just wait. You could say, let me see if this guy does something. There's tests too. You want to test me as a scammer? You go like this. Send me a message. Say, hey, listen, man, I'm ready to do that audit. Where do I send $1,000? And then you hear from me, send it to this PayPal account, blah, 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 blah. And you're like, okay, here's a fucking scammer. But you know what happens if you tell me you're going to send $1,000 to my PayPal account for an audit? I'm going to say I don't do audits. I don't do them. Or you could look Marin up on YouTube and notice that one of us has an accent from New York and the other one has an accent from someplace in Europe. Anyway, I wish you guys luck, because you are going to need it with your attitude. Good luck.